Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm gonna show some easy examples of store procedure. Store procedure is one of the important tags in database. Store procedure is a group of one or more SQL statements which can accept parameters for later use multiple times and gives multiple values. I'll show these examples on command line terminal. I'm on command line terminal now. So what I'm doing now, I'm gonna create one table. For that, I created one database named My Office, and I created a table named staff and fill with the data. So I have a column on the table: ID, name, gender, and wage. 4 columns with the data. So now I'm gonna show how we write the store procedure. Mainly, there are two types of store procedure. One is with the one is static and another is dynamic. So static means there is no parameter, no value required, just we run the procedure and we get the value. In dynamic, we can change the value. We have to put the parameter value and the result will be different. Let's start with the static. So I'm writing one step procedure. So it should be like this: drop procedure if exists. My procedure name is get start, comma. So right now I'm doing only the static, so no need to put the placeholder here. So if there was already any step procedure created, then it will drop. Now to start the new one, delimiter, leave space, and we can assign this with any kind of sign except semicolon, because semicolon is required for SQL statements. For now, I'm giving $sign. Now create procedure. So step procedure in shortcut we say procedure2. So that's why we wrote only procedure. Create procedure. Name of the procedure that we told before, get step. Get step. Placeholder. This placeholder for the parameter, I will talk about it later in detail. For now, only this one. Begin. Now, after begin, this is the main part of step procedure. We have to give logic what we want from step procedure. For now, I want select all information from staff table. Int and $sign. So what sign was assigned with the delimiter? Same sign we have to assign here also. So this is one complete step procedure. In between begin and end, we have to write the logic. So this is called main body of step procedure. Now make enter. Okay. The step procedure is ready. Now we want to call this step procedure and we want to see the value. For that, we have to be out of the step procedure, and the command is delimiter space and semicolon. Now we are out of the parameter and ready to see the value. So the command for this, to call the step procedure, call give procedure name get staff, semicolon. Okay. So our logic was select all information from the staff that we got here: ID, name, gender, and wage. and all information are here. Basically, what happens here, when we run this command, all these codes compile and goes to buffer pool in the engine where it caches, and when we call the stop procedure here, it gets the copy from the cache. So other people who use it later, they no need to compile this codes again by again. The reason is when you call this one, it goes directly to the buffer engine to cache and get a copy from there. It will be faster and it doesn't occupy more space in the memory too. So this is one step procedure without any parameter. This is called static. Now I'm going to dynamic where there are parameters. What are parameters? Actually, parameters are used to exchange data between step procedure and the application that called the step procedure. That means parameters should be here somewhere, and this is the parameters should be somewhere here, and this is the step procedure logic. So parameter, what happens, the data will be exchanged with the help of this parameter to here. There are three modes of parameters: in, out, or in out. Let's talk about the in parameter or input parameter. So that I already mentioned there. In input parameter, what happens? The value is passed into the parameter. The parameter value is passed here, and we get the value. And input parameter value is passed, and the value is constant. We cannot put other value than the system. So whatever value we have in the table, same value we can put in the parameter to get the value. That's why the parameter value should be constant in input parameter. It will be more clear after the example. Let's see another example of input parameter. It is a dynamic parameter with a it is dynamic procedure with parameter. The way is same: delimiter, leave space, $, create procedure. Name of the procedure now, get name. Now I'm creating parameters. So our parameter should resemble with this column name. Parameters should be alike with this alike with column name. So now I'm creating parameter to the gender. So the parameter name will be new gender. We can keep any name. And the data type of the gender was char1. So I'm putting char1. Like this. Now this in denotes input parameter. Even we don't put this in, by default it is considered input parameter. So never mind if we don't put in. Enter, begin, the way same. So now logic is I'm selecting a name from this table, and I'm making the parameter to equal. So anything should be equal. Anything can be equal here, but no name. If I want to select the name, then I can make the parameter maybe the ID, gender, or weight, and I have to make it equal. I'm selecting name now. So select name from table name staff, where now make the parameter equal to column, new gender parameter equal to column gender, and the dollar sign that we provided to delimiter before, same sign. Okay, now the procedure is created. It is a get name. It sorry about there. It became get name. It's okay for now. We do the same. To be out of the step procedure, we have to give the delimiter now. Delimiter semicolon. Now we are out. Now this is the time to call the step procedure. So the way is same. Call. Give the procedure name. This is the procedure name here. Procedure name get name. Now we have a parameter new gender. So I already told it resembles to gender. So from gender we can whatever we want we can give here. If you want the male, the M denotes for male, F denotes for female. If you want the male name, then it should be denoted by single quote, because this is a char and Barthar is like that. Okay. Now semicolon and enter. Okay. I got the name Mike and Dan. So what happened here? If I pass the M parameter, then all M parameter, the person with the male, the male person is retrieved here. If I provide your F parameter, then female name will appear here. So this is called input parameter and single parameter. And now we created input parameter here. Sometimes what happens practically, there will be more data and more repeated value, more repeated data there. So that time there will be more data will appear here, but we may need any particular one or typical one. For example, for the male, here we got two values, but we want only one values, maybe the Mike or maybe the Dan. So in that case, what happens? We have to make another input parameter. So it is already gender. We've got 2. Now to find particular person in male, I just want the Mike. So that time I can create another input parameter, maybe ID or maybe voice. Then I can find Mike. Let's see how I'm doing. Okay. Now this is the double input parameter. Delimiter, dollar sign, create procedure, get one name. This is my procedure name. The parameter is in new gender. It is from previous one. Data type char, value 1. And another, I'm making ID parameter here. So for ID, I'm giving a name new ID. new ID, and data type for ID was int. Okay. So I created the procedure named get one name, and there are two parameters, new gender like before that we created, and to find the typical I created another parameter that resembles to ID. The parameter name is new ID. Here is ID. So I make new ID parameter to resemble to ID. Begin. Now I'm writing the code logic. I mean the main logic of the procedure. Select name from staff. The same logic that I gave before. Same logic from staff. Where new gender equal to gender, same like before, and have another parameter and ID. New ID equal to ID. This is the logic, and in dollar sign. Okay. One get one name procedure is created here. Now to be out of the procedure, delimiter semicolon space. Now I'm out. Now time to call step procedure. So how to call it? Call procedure name, get one name. This is here, get one name, get one name. Now time to put parameter. So in gender, it is equivalent with the gender. I already told that. So I am finding the male, and passing the m parameter value to this parameter. So I want to pass another value over here, ID. New ID resembles to ID. So what the ID I want? 11. This is here. I pass the gender M, and I pass the gender, I mean ID 11, to get the name Mike. Let's see our result. Semicolon. Here is, we got the name Mike. So this is a double parameter. And sometime what may happen in practice, we may have many repeated value, and we may need more input parameter to get any specific value. So this is the parameter, uh, double input parameter. Now what I want to show, I want to see the step procedure status that I created. So what is the code for that? So procedure status like, I'm using the wildcard like. So wildcard always come with the code. So name of the procedure is get staff slash and G. A G stands for a group. If we want to see the result in vertical, then we can put this slash and G. Otherwise, the result goes horizontally. Make enter. Here is in vertical, we got the status. So MyOffice database name of the procedure get step, what we made the procedure, who made the procedure, root localhost, and these are the time and everything there. In this way, we can see the status of procedure that we created. Sometime we may need the syntax of the procedure. Here is no syntax. What is the logic? This is not here. So if you want to see that, and syntax for that is that, so create procedure and the name is get step to see in vertical /g. We don't require here code because this is not a wildcard like this one. This is like means this is the wildcard. This is no wildcard, so no need to put in code. Okay. So the information are here in between begin and end. Here is the logic. Select all from step. That is the logic that we wrote before. So to see the logic, we can use this syntax. Okay. Then sometimes what happens, how many step procedure are created in some particular database? We want to know that too. So to see all the procedure, those procedure which were created in a particular database. So procedure status where, now give the database name, database equal to, my database name is my office, put in the code, remaining same. Okay. So up to now, I created 3 step procedure. These are here. 1, 2, and 3. So these all information are about step procedure, especially input step procedure. So in next video, I'll explain more with examples about out parameter and in out parameters. So let's see you in another video. Thanks for watching.